here we go. We're on the server. Passenger train 1. The driver's gone missing. How could it be? Well, let's see. So, we're back again in our on the server. Okay, it's not here. See something up there? 1 minute passenger train 1. South End northbound. Okay, so if I'm interpreting that right, that means the train is somewhere that way, heading towards this side of the train station to turn around and come back, right? So, anyway, if we can figure out what's happened to the train, and also, what are we doing today? So I think where we left last Wednesday feels like a long time ago. It's been a lot of streams since then. A lot of Starfield since then. But the kelp farm, the new kelp farm we had gotten going, and some things have happened over there since then. So we'll go over there and look at that in a little bit. Let's try to find our train. I should have taken the car down. Would have made things faster, but there's a train. So the passenger train was going... Right, I had the passenger train going out to the food farm. So it could really be anywhere. I have a lead on me, so we can grab some animal. If the worst has happened and our previous conductor is no more, that's typically what that kind of message means. Driver has gone missing. Because if they're not at the roundabout and they're no longer there, they are somewhere over yonder. Because I did not grab the car. Oh, did not make that jump. It's kind of unsafe. Kind of unsafe. Let's do this. We'll take the quadricopter and we'll go over. I was thinking over the weekend about that space center idea, and honestly, looking at like what we need for the launch pad, we don't need a lot. It's a pretty small, simple thing for the Ad Astra is the mod that provides the rockets, I believe. There's not a lot there involved. So we could do something. I did not have a lot of creative energy for a design, so I started to mess around with like the blast resistant concrete and setting up the pad, and we could have like a launch tower, and I tried a couple of things, but it all felt really small. But anything larger didn't really fit either. Okay, so here's the passenger train. What happened to our conductor? Awkward place to get up to. How about here? Oh. Nope. Yeah. Pretty awkward. We can always relocate the train a little bit. Whoops. Don't want the train's direction to be reversed. That would be awkward. Okay, how do we do this without having the direction reversed? Oh, do we need to face this way? Is that it? Yeah. Okay. So, we lost the bee somehow. I'm not sure exactly why. We'll just drive this over manually and we'll get a new bee. A newbie bee to be our conductor. Worried about coming out of that turn. Right. Honestly, the easiest thing is probably just to park the train right here and grab the bee from over there and bring it, rather than trying to drive around ourselves. Okay, so regarding the kelp farm, I did spend a little time. Yeah, so the first thing was the water. So we were seeing at the end of the last stream. Why collide? We were seeing at the end of the last stream about how. Come on. Words. It looked like the schematic cannon was putting down water. That's right. That's where I was going with this. But it wasn't. Or it was, but it was only doing it where there was kelp. And in the design, in the schematic, the way I had arranged it. Okay, so far so good. Resume. Alright. Okay. Now we gotta see about these other trains. Sort them out. Oh boy. Yeah. Why would you do this? Whee! Alright. So, can this train get derailed? Yep. Off you go. Alright. Great. So, it doesn't though. So it will put water where there is kelp, because it's printing the kelp. And the kelp is waterlogged, so it prints the water along with it. But it will not print just the block of water. It doesn't do that. And you might think to yourself, well, in the design from Creative, surely the kelp would have grown and some of it would have been kelp that was waterlogged, but no. In my Creative world, I have random ticks turned off so that nothing grows unless I, bone meal it or I manually add stuff to it or whatever. So, yeah. So a couple of things happened since the last stream. One was I did have to go and add the other 2 layers of water, which is not a big deal. It's like maybe half an hour of putting water down, something like that. Not a big deal. And then I went back. I did modify the build slightly. Just waiting for a little bit for to sleep. to clear the weather. Um, but yeah, so besides putting down the extra water, I set up a couple windmills. I did go into creative and check the power requirements for the brass factory and for the kelp farm, and both of them are like 5, 6, 7 thousand stress units. So one windmill was enough for each. So I set up the schematic cannon and printed out 2 more windmills. Seemed easy enough to do. And the other thing I did was previously the kelp farm was set with an overflow. So, or a, is it a stockpile switch? I think it's a stock. Well, it has both. It has the observer from Create for observing the amount of materials, and then it also has the stockpile switch. So it has one to connect up to the Nixie tubes to show how many blocks of kelp are in it, and then it has another one to emit a redstone signal. And so it was the original design was set up to stop the machine when it was full or nearly full of kelp blocks. And so I changed that. It still does that, but in addition to that, whenever that happens, it will also start pulling kelp blocks out of the storage unit. Specifically whenever this redstone signal is on, via this configuration here. On the crude storage unit, you can control it by redstone. So I have this set up so that when this storage unit is full, something approaching full, 95%. When it gets to 95%, and it could be higher, it could be like 99 or something like that. Basically, I want there to be enough buffer so that, I mean, I don't know if that matters. There's internal buffers in the tower too, at each level. So we could stop it, like, when this is full, just stop everything. And then any additional kelp that was in progress is just buffered. And I guess that's fine too. But basically, so when this gets to 95% full, this item vault, it will, this will emit a redstone signal, which will stop the clutch over there and the clutch over there to stop everything. And this block will be enabled and will start pulling kelp blocks out of the item vault until the signal goes off, which it goes off at 85%. So this will basically oscillate between 85 and 95%, and every time it's more than 95% until it gets back down to 85%, it will pull kelp blocks and put them on this belt and through these composters. However you like that, wherever you like the emphasis to be put. Which go into this other item vault, and then we built that out up to here. So now we have a factory with 2 outputs. We have kelp blocks and bone meal, which these are just like 1 bone meal because I put this on manually to like fill the belt for illustrative purposes. But that's the idea. There we go. There should be tons of bone meal in there by now. I don't know how much because I didn't put a thing to detect how much, but I imagine quite a bit because this produces a lot of kelp blocks just continuously. All right. So this is this. We finally did it. Now we just need to set up trains to take them, take the materials where they need to go. I was honestly debating this weekend before I set up this part whether I was gonna just give up on the clay factory and like redo it to not use bone meal and just do it the, you know, crush cobblestone into gravel into sand, and then wash the sand for clay. Going back to that way. But maybe this will be good. So what if we were to just like grab a bunch of bone meal out of here? How much bone meal do we think is in it? Let's see, auto input. That'll take a minute. Hopefully. Hopefully this will at least fill this at this point. What's really interesting too is that, you know, we've had a thing producing bone meal over at the workshop for making compost. And it seemed really slow. Like it was putting in like one kelp block at a time and processing it. And so not only was it not getting a lot of bone meal, you know, it's several kelp blocks per bone meal, but it was taking a long time. And so when I set this up, I was like, okay, I'll put, you know, what is this, six of these just to see how it does. But even with the shoots that, you know, they convey 16 blocks at a time, it seems to actually do that, and it really rapidly processes the kelp into bone meal. So if this was, you know, this will, like if we didn't pull anything from it, or maybe if we didn't pull enough from it, eventually if we had a, you know, this could back up and that would be fine, right? So eventually, like I very thoroughly explained already how this works, where when it reaches 95% it will start pulling kelp blocks. Well, eventually this vault would fill with bone meal, and then this would back up. I also tested that, yes, if there's no room for the chute, the bone meal doesn't like fly out, nor does it like the kelp from the top doesn't force the composter to have the vanilla behavior where it just ejects the bone meal. It all just works, right? So this could eventually back up if we filled up with bone meal, and then this belt, and then these conveyor crude storage units could fill up, and then this would sit at 95%, which honestly, yeah, this could be 100. Yeah, there we go. So then we would, you know, if we didn't take anything from this, or we weren't taking as much as this produces in total, all the machinery here would stop once this kind of reached 100%, and this would be backed up, and then it would not be running. But as soon as you took anything out, then it could start running again. So anyway, so it's a lot of words. But here we are, and it's full. Alright, so a thing we should probably do at some point is build those trains that take the materials, like the bone meal, over to the clay factory. I don't know if we'll do that today, though. So what are we going to do today? Right, so the other thing that I did between the streams was I built this other windmill, which I think I already mentioned, and I got it hooked up, and you can see here we're using 5577 is what that number should come. I don't know if that's right, but anyway, that amount and that amount of SU. Oh, that's the sum, right? Because this is one network. Weird to think about gears and shafts and stuff as a network, but it's a power network. And yeah, 65. So that's about right. That's the total. So we're using about 1,000 SU for belts and about 5,500, 5,600 for the machines inside, at the speed they're running at, and they could probably run faster. And this is what that looks like. So we still have some stuff to do, but I think maybe we could actually have the materials start flowing into this right now. Oh yeah, I can't eat while looking at that door. There's an invisible hitbox. Well, mostly invisible. You can see the black lines. But anyway, so yeah, so we should be able to like set these all to dump their contents onto the belt that's below them. That's how this is set up. Is it below or behind? It's below. Oops. Great. So we can output down auto input. And there he goes. Is this gonna work? Is this gonna make a huge mess? Stay tuned. No. We're gonna find out right now. This is my first time doing this in survival since, you know, this has been printed. Is it gonna work? We're gonna find out. It worked in creative, but that was, you know, not quite the same thing. All right, let's see what we can see. This is the wrong way to go. We gotta go this way. So, first of all, where'd the items go? Oh, yeah, okay. First problem. Whoops. All right. Vaults. All right, I'm gonna have to go back and pick those things up. Fortunately, there's not anything really down there for these items to fall onto. Very clever of me. A lot of forethought, no. In the design. There we go. All right, so we're gonna pick those items up. Oh. Somehow we'll get over there. Yeah, that looks right. So the... Okay, that's good. All those filters are good. The buffers are wrong or missing. They probably need a copper plate. Let's see, how can we get... I guess we can go up this way? Yeah. Nope. Yeah, yep. All right, we got some stuff back. That's good. Seems problematic. So that was one of the things I changed in this design, was I changed the design so that instead of taking andesite, it would take compressed andesite, because that's what we're going to ship to this from our quarry. But perhaps I've done it wrong or something. Okay. You are supposed to be throwing... Oh. Right, this is andesite, not compressed andesite. So that's the first problem. Okay. So we gotta pick all this up. We may not have enough room actually to pick up all of it. I don't... How much was in the crude storage unit? Too much. Okay, so there we go. Problem solved. so this. Great. So that should craft, and it should go on the belt. Yes. Okay. Great. So that's good. Let's go pick up those other items. Yeah. How? Alright. I'm sacrificing that one. Yeah, so this was an oversight on my part. I had updated the internals to expect compressed andesite, but I did not update what was in the crude storage unit on the outside, representing, you know, eventually stuff being delivered. So, whoops. All right.
I don't know what y'all think, but I think that's pretty.
There we go. Get the iron in there, and copper, zinc, and clay. Great. Now, there should be enough material to make something out of all that. There are probably several buffers and crude storage units internally that need to be set up. We just gotta find them all. Let's see, the first ones, let's see, maybe this way. Okay, so there's zinc going to be turned into brass with the copper. That's great. We got some things going on here. Okay, so this doesn't have room. Oh, because it didn't. It is broken. Oh boy. Oh my. Hold on. Stand by. Is that the bottom? Okay, great. We're inside of a bunch of andesite alloy. Alright, we made a mess. Alright, there we go. Bit of a spill. Okay. This will be fine. Okay, so this stuff is right. We are missing. Okay, that's fine. It's seemingly confused about what it's supposed to be doing here. Like that's a tank. You should be pumping into it. There you go. All right. There should be levers. Alright, we're missing a lever there. And somewhere. Okay, where did the levers go? Wait. Did I see a lever somewhere? Alright. A little bit of progress. We've made an andesite casing here. We got some rubber there. We're making rubber, which is good. Alright, so this lever should be activating that. It's good. Where did the other lever go? Can't have it just floating around and we'll mess up something. Let's see. Could have gotten on that belt. Alright, let's go this way. Ah, there's a lever. And andesite. That doesn't belong in there either. Alright, so... Ah. Okay. So there should be... Okay, that has a signal. I guess we just need a lever right there. Weird that there's no particle effect. Oh, right there? Yeah, there's a particle effect. Okay, great. So this will do its thing. What about this one? Yeah, that one's good as well. So all of these faucets are enabled. So as soon as there's andesite alloy in the tank, it will pour and make ingots. Let's take a nap. Okay, so feels like we should have had more andesite alloy than that. We got a lot of iron. Oh, yeah, we already had one mechanical crafter here to make nuggets. Why? We couldn't have gone through all that andesite, could we? It's quite a bit. Let's see. We are... Okay, that's not actually clickable from behind. So some of the andesite alloy is sent here. In fact, the design of the factory is such that all of the, well, a lot of the byproducts are the andesite alloy, andesite casings, and copper casings, and brass casings. Some of it is diverted into storage here. All of the brass stuff is sent because we're not doing anything with it. Well, all of the brass casings are sent here. The brass is either used to make brass casings or sent here, so those are split. But I'm not sure why we have so few. Okay, we have a few, but we shouldn't be using that much Okay, wait, where's the... Let's look behind here. Okay, so the andesite would be coming from here. If it's being cast here. Otherwise it's going here. Huh. In from the back. Auto input. Aha. And then out, down, auto output. Behold. Alright. In from the back. Lock it. And then in from the back. Or from the top. I think it's from the top. For this one. Let's check. No, this one's also from the back. Yeah. I have a hopper pulling from the belt. And this is for our copper casings that get diverted. So half the copper casings are diverted here, at least until the buffer fills, or the buffer that is the crude storage unit. Yeah, I guess it's not even really a buffer, right? Because the buffer implies, I mean, unless we're part of the system too, pulling things out. But anyway. And then we have some stuff going on over here. Hey, look, we have 14 buckets of brass. But we're missing, what are we missing? We're missing an ingot cast. I missed one. I thought I brought enough over. I guess that was one of the other things I did between streams, was I added those other ingot casts, but I didn't add one for here. Alright, so this is input from the top. And it needs to be auto input. And then which way is the front? Is that the front? Can't tell. Nope. This is the front. So output to the left. Auto output. All right. All right. Are we missing anything settings wise for the casing part of this? I don't think so. So the copper casings go into the andesite funnel, into the scorched casting basin, and we will pour. I'm just missing those levers being pulled, I guess. All this stuff is set up. There should be a filter on the smart fluid pipe. The blaze burner is theoretically, yep, fueled with the kelp blocks. All right, so it seems like the main thing is, well, first of all, where did all the copper go? Like half of the copper should have been turned into plates. So yeah, so the zinc goes in here, and the copper goes in there, and goes into that tank, and is split between making brass and being cast. All right, so that might seem a little redundant, and that's because it is, because of course it's already coming in as ingots. The original design of this did not have it like that. It was coming in as raw copper. And so, okay. Let's see. Things we need to do. Let's make sure. Alright, let's get up there. This is the... Okay, up over here. There we go. I mean, it said it was already 50 buckets of capacity, so it should have been fine. Ow. Did we lose... Let's see, where was the lever? So questions, why wasn't there any copper in that tank? And why... Particles? Yes, check. So why was there not any copper in the tank? Yeah, so we could probably, instead of doing this, have like a tunnel to split the copper and send it this way, because we have a press here to press the copper. It seems like none of it made it there because there was room in the brass production. Okay, so let's see. Things we need: a lot of copper, and more andesite, and an ingot cast. Yes, all of those things. Also, my car, because this would be a lot faster in the car and a lot safer. Speaking of safety, this right here is very unsafe because like right there I've been hit multiple times by a train going past. This is safe right now because there's no scheduled trains that go through the halfway up line. But anyway, so do I have anything in here that I want to grab? I got some compressed andesite. Grab this since it's here, and a car. Off we go. Alright, so an ingot cast. We just steal the one that's oh right, there's the one right here. Never mind. We'll go back to the house and grab that. We need copper. We can't melt those shingles, can we? Nope. Okay. And an ingot cast. Those are the other thing we said we need. Okay, so we'll get that. I'll be off to see the factory maybe actually work. I mean, honestly, this factory was designed to be kind of a just like continuously getting supplied with inputs kind of situation, and then also I'm gonna take this one. We can always make another one for our Tinker setup there, Hephaestus setup, whatever. If we need that. But I think what I'd like to do next is have more focus on the quest progression stuff, doing things to have some progression in. Oh, here's some. Let's see. Here's some bits of the catwalk that I didn't do. We'll just rearrange a little bit so that it comes down. Let's see. We need to go back one more. Yeah. this. Aww. Oh, I did that wrong. Nope. Okay. There we go. I think it's because it was connecting to the other one. Yes. There. Perfect. Alright, and then we can put this here. Hey, we're making brass. Automated brass. And there it goes. And it goes into this one. In from the back. Brass ingots. Alright. And it was not my intent to hand supply. It was never my intent to hand supply materials into this. This is more of a demonstration, right, of the thing working. And we'll come back and get trains delivering to this eventually. Let's see. So the other one feeds from the top. Okay. And then all of these crude storage units will have been configured. Okay, that's locked. Alright, so we're still waiting for copper casings. That's the other thing that you can come to this factory to pick up. Now, okay, we're producing copper. Maybe. Let's come up here and see. This belt's going the wrong way. Wait, how does... Oh, no, sorry. Looking at the wrong belt. There we go. And we got sheets, which is very helpful for setting the filtering. Right, so all of these are for rubber. And this is input from the top, output to the back. Well, no, you don't do it that way. Auto input, configure output, auto output. There we go. Copy. I can't lock it. Oops. Click too fast. There we go. So if I do that, I don't, out, oops, to the back. There we go. All right, we can fix this one if we turn off the auto output for a little bit and lock it, and then auto output. All right, so this one is not, wait, I'm confused. Let's take a look here. So these are 5 of 6. So they're just missing the last sheets. All right. So we get a copper casing going that way to be stored, and then a copper casing going this way to be turned into a brass casing. Eventually. I like when the item goes past. It's funny too, like if you stand on these, you you actually are still pulled by the belt. Anyway, and there it goes. And where's the brass casing? Did it already go and we missed it? Oh, there it is. Yes. Alright. So we got our copper casings, 2 of them in fact, and a brass casing. All automated. Look at that, we got a stack of brass and a brass casing. We did it. 92 brass ingots. 93. Alright, cool. Well, that exists now. It's fire and forget. We just gotta supply the materials and it will work. Alright, what was I saying before? Yeah, so I'm gonna run this bone meal over to the clay factory. Actually, let's check. How's this doing? So, yeah. I don't think we're gonna catch it when it's not running, maybe. I think it is pretty fast at emptying out the overflow and making bone meal. But we're up to 79,000, which is, you know, it's near the tippy top. I guess, actually, probably pretty likely that we'd be able to catch it. Maybe not going down, like dumping it out, but, you know, it would take a while for it to build back up after it gets down to 85%. We could potentially also expand this to store no, we can't. We don't have. We would need 9 more vaults to expand this. This is not full size. I think we could go like 1 or 2 more. Because the full-size ones are like 100,000. Which, funnily enough, we have enough Nixie tubes to show that number. So maybe we should do that. But anyway, this can just sit doing its thing for a while, and we're not wasting server time. It's producing resources. Alright, so we're gonna go this way. No, we're not. That's fine. I think the car has trouble getting all the way through that, if I remember right. I have memories of having to back up from that section several times because the car couldn't make it all the way through, just the way the blocks go up in it. Anyway, we're gonna drop off the spill meal, and I think we're gonna look at the quest book. We're not gonna like focus on like a huge complicated automation thing. We're just gonna do a little something to be able to produce blast resistant concrete, and there was one more thing that we needed, and part of the reason for that is the other thing we talked about doing, which was making biofuel. We don't need to. Hold on, is this set up to input from the bottom? Okay, so we can output. Auto output, there we go. Great. Be able to produce some more clay now. Alrighty. So, Dadbot 9K. In addition to doing all these food farms and the make and take, I think I get the name right. the last couple times I mentioned it. Also made this, which is biofuel. So I was on the server the other day, and it looks like it's a seagrass farm. So there's bone meal coming from something, presumably from the farms. a lot of excess stuff just being turned into bone meal, which is fun. We're all producing bone meal here, all the bone meal. But yeah, lots of biomatter, lots of things being turned into biofuel through things and stuff, and ending up over here. And there's 240 buckets of biofuel. That might be enough for a bit. In fact, like I don't even know how much biofuel. It looks like we need 3 buckets for the rocket to fill it to go to Mars. So that's a lot of trips to Mars. And Deadbot9K did confirm that it's alright if we use some. In fact, that's why this rail is here, is potentially we could have a train deliver some, which maybe we could do at some point. But my focus for the rest of this stream, for the next couple of hours, is going to be not building big automation things, if we can help it. But let's just do enough to actually like make some progress. Just do, you know, these things, a lot of things now can't really be hand built, but they can be done kind of in a quick and dirty, you know, one-time way, rather than building a big building and automation and trains and all that stuff. Not that I'm not saying that we're not going to eventually do that, although who knows when the next version of this pack is going to come out and what that will mean. But I do want to see some, you know, progress, and I do want to unlock some more things from the next chapter to, you know, kind of open up possibilities. So there's a quest book. And I'm still not going to claim all the things in here because we are also still, well, not still, but now this is full. Almost full. We could put, like, there's more room for the items that are in this, but a lot of the rest of the stuff is out of types. I think that it's a types issue, maybe? This one's out of bytes. So it's either out of types or out of bytes. And that could probably be reorged in a way that would be more efficient. But we could just make more cells, right? But we need to get more shimmer. Which I do have a better way of doing now. If I can remember it, I'll have to go back into creative because it's been like a week since I thought about that. But that's not what we're doing right now. Right now, we're going to look at chapter 3. And we're going to see what we need to do next, right? So, I guess what we should do actually is go back and grab these items to be able to get the credit. Notifications. This is actually required too. And this is required? Why? Okay. But it doesn't, it's not a dependency of the rocket. Right, so we can, I think we won't be able to get credit for completing the chapter without doing those things, but we'll be able to unlock chapter 4 if we can just build the rocket. Or get credit for building the rocket, which means we also need to do these things. And this thing, can we make a canning machine? Let's also plan on making that. We've built this, we got this. We can go back and grab a lot of these things to get credit for the biofuel. And we need to have lime dust, and then we need to start working on these things. We also need to pick up the grinder. Okay, we can do that. Where's the grinder? It's right here. Yoink. Job done. Did that give us anything? Probably not. Where was that? That's the chunk loader. Oh, here's the grinder. Oh, gunpowder? Check. Doing it again. I don't really need TNT. And then we need coal dust. Well, we could have coal dust. We had coal dust. Or no, we had charcoal dust. And then we haunted it. Let's see. Do we have room for all this gunpowder? Yes. Alright, so take our charcoal. So you can notice in the quest that it says coal dust. And you get coal dust from grinding coal, but you can also get it from haunting charcoal dust, which means we can just grind charcoal. Do I have a box over here with, nope, okay. There we go. Charcoal dust. Now, for the quest, we just need one. And then we also need steel dust. Steel dust is from mixing coal dust and iron in a heated basin with a mixer. Notifications. So how much steel dust do we actually need, right? So what's the steel dust for? The steel dust is for blast resistant cement, which we can mix. So it's 3 steel dust for a bucket of that. And that bucket of cement gets poured into a block of blast resistant concrete. And we need 16 of those. Apparently we need to make, oh right, we need to make 2. This is saying, yeah, you need to make 2. So it's 16 to make 1. So we really need 32 blast resistant concrete to make the 2 launch pads. 32, right? Whereas we only need 16 for the credit here. But we need 32 cement buckets. So 32 buckets. 32 times 3, 64, and 32. 96. 96 steel dust. And lime and all the stuff. But that's easy. 98. Sure. Let's say 98. So we need 4 times that. So let's say 100. We need 400 coal dust and 600 iron ingots. It should be doable. Eventually. So we're going to take that. And I think we already have some charcoal dust being haunted over there. I don't remember where it went, though. Do we have dust in here? Okay, we got almost a stack of coal dust. So we can get credit for the quest. And we have lime dust as well. Sitting over here. From limestone. We have a lot of limestone. We have some lime dust. Just a little bit. How much lime dust did we need? So again, 64? No, 32. 32 of these, so 32 buckets. So a stack of lime dust is fine. Actually, what's in there? There's sand in there for some reason. Okay, anyway. Wait. Run this past me again? So we need 32 buckets. Yeah, okay, so 90. Stack and a stack and a half. And then concrete powder and water. Easy enough. Okay, so. Well, we could do something. Can we turn this on? No, I didn't want to turn that on. Where's the thing? There it is. Can we get the rest of that? There we go. All right, and then we don't need this and this and this, or this, or these, or these anymore. All right. So this is going to be our blast resistant cement production. Yep. There's no way I'm going to hand feed even 32 buckets of water into this, so we'll need to set up a pump. Time to adjust seating position. There we go. All right. But yeah, we can make this work. Okay, and then don't need these pipes anymore either. At some point, we'll use the rest of this rose gold, and we'll be done with that as well. But let's see. So we can do this into this. Yep. And then we need a mixer, which we used to have over there, but we got rid of. Mixer. There we go. Ta-da! All right, and then you know that stuff I just tore out. Gonna need some of that back. We'll do it differently this time, though. It'll be different. Let's see. All right. 1, 2, and 3, and across. There we go. All right, you just stay there for a minute. You know what I should do? Do I have any rose quartz just sitting upstairs? We could use the rest of that rose gold, and then we could tear some more of that stuff out. Let's see. No, because I'm not buffering it. Like, why would I want to buffer that anyway? Okay, so we'll wait. Which of these do we need? Okay, it is redstone. More redstone, and then just one of these. Okay, how much rose gold? Oh, right. Right. It's the... Okay, so we didn't need to do this. That's fine. Let's do that. Filling. It's okay, we'll take that downstairs. We already had 2 downstairs. I was just thinking, I wasn't thinking at all. All right, so let's see. You go in there, and we'll use all of the molten rose gold that's in there. Maybe not quite. 2 more? Okay, we'll get 2 more. Just so we don't waste any. Okay. And then we'll tear some of that stuff out, and we'll keep on working on our blast-resistant cement production. Great. Done with that. And we can take the sandpaper out. If I can get under there. There we go. Oh, hey, look. I also get credit for that. That's great. Let's see. This is fine. Okay. All right. Great. And the crude storage units are helpful too because we'll use them to input materials. And then I need a depot, and the depot will be for the output. No, it won't, because we're making we're making a liquid. Also, can we make this solid canning machine just to have credit for it? Okay, so we need a tank. Do we have a tank? We have tank-looking things. I suspect it cannot actually be used as tanks. So no tanks. And then a pump. We'll figure out power at some point. Alright, so we got coal dust. That goes in there. Oh right, we still need to make steel. Right, coal dust does not go in there. Unless we're... What are we making? Again? Are we doing this process? Or are we doing this process? I mean, clearly we're doing this process because we have an input liquid and an output liquid. We also need to do this process. We got another heated setup over here that we could use. Just clear that filter. And we just need iron and coal dust, right? So we throw coal dust on the ground. Let's see. There we go. And then some iron. Although this is the wrong apparatus, right? Let's see. Yeah, it's also a mixer. Alright, so we don't need that. We need a mixer. Oh no, okay, so we need iron. Good news, we have more iron now. You may have noticed we got like 3,000 iron. That's because the crude storage unit of crimsite was completely full when I logged on the other day. So yeah. Also, we got a bunch of plates here. I already did this. Been there, done that. All right, we got plates. Let's go make all the things. I actually wanted the iron in my hand though. All right, put that away. Put that away. Nope. We are out of room for things. Mixer. Let's go. All right. We are gonna do it. All right, and then iron. And then we need heat, which means we need fuel, which means we need... How about charcoal? Can we feed you with charcoal? Yeah. And then we need power, which this doesn't have power because this was set up for a press. Whoops. What is the most effective way to do that from here? Okay. Are we feeding anything else power from... Oh, I see. This is feeding this power, which is feeding that power? And that power. Okay. I'm gonna tear this stuff out. And then we're going to do something. Like a gearbox, or like we do a shaft, 2 shafts into a gearbox, into a shaft into a cog. Or we could do oh, out of power. Okay, and that should be rotating. Yep. There we go. Problem solved. And then we just need heat. And we're making steel dust. Let's make some space. Oh, can't jump up there. All right, how much we made? We made 4. All right, but that is quest progression, strong dust. You might see this again in the future. You don't have the means to turn it into an ingot yet. So chapter 4. So many things in chapter 4. All right, so then blast resistant cement, steel dust, lime dust, concrete powder, and water. Okay, so we should set up some things here to automate this a bit. Here we go. So steel dust will be in here. And yeah, I know this kind of blocks the other storage unit, but it's all temporary. There we go. And then we have leftovers. So put the iron back here. We'll lock it. And then output to the left. Auto output. And it's gone. And then coal dust. Lock. And output to the left. Auto output. Oh, and we were out of heat. Alright. So that'll make some more until it runs out of heat. I'm not going to bother setting up like a deployer or anything for it. It'll be fine. So we get steel dust. Output to the right. Auto output. And then concrete powder and water and something else. Oh yeah, lime dust. Lime dust we'll put in the back. And we'll output to the left again. Alright, and then we just need water and concrete powder, which is just some kind of dye and sand and gravel, and we can do that. So can we put? Yes, we can put some of those things away. There's some room for those things. We'll take this charcoal dust for haunting. We need some glass. We got some handy clear glass over here that we can use for our water source. Let's make it infinite water, as you do. Great. If I only had 2 buckets of water, this would be good. I was thinking about getting a second bucket of water there, but we can do that in here because we're about to have an infinite water source. if I had a way of getting up. Alright. So, if there was something that was like the opposite of a gearbox, I mean, it just wouldn't fit at all. But, you know, something where you had a cog enmeshing on the side and then in the side somehow, I don't know. It wouldn't make any sense, but I can still say it would be nice if something like that existed. Alright, we're going to continue to have this here. And somehow we're going to get power over to here and over to there. I mean, over to here it's easy, right? Where's that gray? There we go. Put this here. Okay. Do I... So I can put this here. We can put this here. Yeah, I think this will work. So then we do case chain drive to there, and fail to turn properly to here. Oh, there we go. And then a shaft across here, and this might over. Okay, that works. Wrong direction. Right direction. Problem. All right, great. So we got water, and we have steel dust, and we have lime dust, and we just need concrete powder. We can make that happen. Get some black dye here, and then we probably have things. There's gravel. How about sand? Do we have sand? We may not have sand anymore. We have red sand, but that's not what we want. Let's start with some gravel. Gravel and sand. And then we got all this cobblestone. Let's make some more gravel. We're a little wedged. Okay, so sand. Oh no, we're not. It all went in. Just took a minute. All right. Great. So then let's make some black concrete powder. Hey, look, we already have a bunch. No, that's black concrete. How about black concrete powder? Great. Now, put that in there and lock it. And then output to the left, auto output. And fuel it. Oh, it's mixing. It's doing a thing. Now Now what we can do is take one of our empty buckets that we no longer have and grab the concrete powder, or the blast resistant concrete. What was this advancement? Like it goes where? Craft a canning machine. Got it. Well, that's not what I was trying to pick up. How about something else? Okay. Around the other way, please. Got it. Okay, and then the other reason I wanted to do that was to put a smart pipe? Smart fluid pipe, that's it. And in fact, is this gonna cause problems? I don't know. Put that there, great. And then tanks. And then if we turn this around, we don't get a bunch of water in here. Good news. And if we put this in here, there we go, that pumps in. And maybe nothing. Whoops. Okay. Okay, so this needs to be the other way. Oops. That way. There we go. And then we need a shaft. And that there. And now we have a problem. Nope, we don't. Fortunately, we've just pumped this back in. We can grab this, put it back in the filter, put it back in there, reverse this. There we go. Problem solved. Everything working. Hurrah. Okay. Oh, and then we can reverse the direction of our water pump. And we're making blast resistant cement. Now we need a casting basin. That'll work. And a faucet. Which we got one. Is that an enderman making that sound? Must be. Alright, and then a lever. And I should remember that I have a crafting terminal here. But no levers in there. I guess I'll make one. Alright, so we'll put that there. And now we need a storage unit of the crude variety. We have no wood apparently. That's not an issue. There we go. And there we go. And then we input from the back, auto input, and we lock it and we take it. All right, we need what, 16 of these for the quest? All right. Well, we need I guess mostly just the steel dust. We might even have some more over here now. 2. We're out of coal dust. Okay. Well, we got 2. That might be enough to make like one more batch. If we heated this. Yep. There it is. It's making it. Alright, so that's the process. Let's go grab some more. Assuming there's some over there, which there might be, or take what we have. Actually, before we go, there should be more charcoal dust now. Being ground. Having been ground. Very slowly. So we can get, what we have so far, haunting. I feel like there should be more over there. Like, I mean, I might have just taken like a stack over there, but I feel like there would have been more. But we're gonna find out what's in our old bulk processing build. All right, 44. Okay, well, it's something. What else in here? Some cheese. Great. Alright. So the blast-resistant concrete is the missing piece that we need to make the rocket launch pads. As the quest book says, we need 2 if we want to return from Mars. If we're not happy to live there forever. Coal dust. And there might be iron sitting in there. Let's get cooking. Let me go grab some more iron. This is the wrong way. Let's also just grab several stacks. So yeah, so the crimsite, the 2048 crimsite blocks was enough to get several thousand iron ingots by just throwing it over into the community foundry. So we are doing okay on iron. Alright, we got another steel dust. Which we can throw in there. Is this turned on? We are overstressed. That was one machine too far. Okay. How about now? Can we turn that on now? Yes. Alright. So at least this will auto run. Okay. Okay, we are consuming iron and consuming coal dust. We're making steel dust, and the steel dust we're just hauling over here because we're not overly worried about a complicated. I mean, there may be future uses. What are the uses for blast resistant concrete? You can make slabs. That has no uses. Okay, just checking. Usually those things are mostly decorative, but good to check. But yeah, mechanical crafting. So it looks like in terms of quest progression, pack progression, it's the launch pad. And there's no uses for the launch pad other than like putting them down into the world. So far so good. We need, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 per pad. 32. And we're at 3. 4. There's 6 more steel dust. So we're gonna be okay. We're gonna do it. We could throw in some more lime. I think that should have been enough. We can have some extra. Make sure that the place burning down here is topped off. We are out of coal dust again. So it seems like we're mainly waiting on coal dust. Which means we're waiting on charcoal dust. The haunting should have given us, actually, by now, there should be much more down there. We'll head back that way. I need to sleep on the way. But yeah, so that's that. I guess while we're out this time and getting the coal dust from the charcoal dust, we can also head out to the biofuel factory that Dadbot set up and get credit for those other quests. Here we go, 153. And no, don't take my sandwiches. Yeah, spray to that. There's nothing locked on the crude storage unit, so anything in your hand, you right click, it just goes right into it. Alright, okay, so let's do let's take the coal dust back up so it can start processing, and then we'll head over to the biofuel tank, and hopefully we can grab some of the intermediate stuff that we need to get credit. Don't need to have that in our hands. We're up to 8 of 32. We're a quarter of the way there. Alright, off we go. And then I'm going to take a little break once we do this next part to refill my water glass, stretch my legs, especially this being the second stream of the day. I need a little, need to make sure that my circulation is happening. I don't know, whatever. Just trying to take care of myself. Also, isn't that cool? Anyway, enough patting myself on the back. Alright. Oh, train is waiting. Or it's glitched. Glitchy train. What can we steal out of here? Okay, so some... Oh, I see. So it looks like maybe this is... Okay. Do we get credit for that? Or do we need to go in order? So do we have a bucket of seed oil? Where's the seed oil coming from? How do you work? Some generators there. Kelp blocks. Tanks. Alright, we might have to make seed oil ourselves. Ooh, there's some in there. Where's that coming from? Or is that making it? Can we get underneath this? Oh, I see. Export bus? It's exporting seed oil. Enemy controller. Alright. Well, I guess we'll have to go see what's involved in actually doing that. Alright, so we're just compacting seeds into oil with no heat. Okay. And then we could spout it. I might steal that one plant ball from here. Yoink. Do I have a bucket? Maybe I can wait for there to be a bucket of seed oil in here and just yank it. Might be a minute. Okay. Is that part of the quest chain? Plant ball, and then compressed plant ball, and then biomass, and then pure biomatter. Lots of compressors. I see, I see. Huh, that's interesting. Why is this, Oh, I see. We're waiting for the seed oil to get in there? Oh. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So we could turn that off temporarily until we get a bucket of it. Okay, so we made this. What is this actually used for? I mean, presumably to put stuff into cans, right? Right, so we can take the pure biomatter and an empty cell and can it. Alright, this is accumulating. Yeah, so that's what's happening before, is that the seagrass was, aw, it still worked? Oh, there's still a bunch of seagrass in there. Alright. Oh, we got credit for something there. Plant materials? Check. Alright, so no more things in the hopper. Aha, there was some still in there. Alright, now we're ready to steal some seed oil. Whenever. Oh yeah, you know, we could have taken the passenger train over here. I forgot. You know, it'd be... probably wouldn't work. It would be to have like a car on the train for parking your car on. I suspect that would be pretty glitchy. You can't exactly put a car in a seat. You know, a car seat, if you will, on the train. Come on. All right. So what else can we look at here? So there's also the rocket. I think we have all the dash to do this. The dash tanks, no big deal. Dash engine. So engine frame. Okay, that's not bad. We could do that. Engine fan, no big deal. Okay, so it's a lot of parts. So we put in a bunch of sturdy sheets in the compressor. We got 10 sturdy sheets. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. No lemon trees in this. Wrong mod pack for that. Alright. So here's what we're gonna do. We're sitting here waiting for this anyway. I'm going to take a little break. Get some water. And I'll be back in just a couple minutes. By the time I'm back, we'll hopefully have a bucket of oil waiting for us. I am back. Let's get back on the server. So bright. A white void as the world loads in. Oh, it's nighttime. At least it's not raining. Alright. So, there is a bucket of sea oil. And I stole it. Ha 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 ha. Alright, configure out top auto output. Alright, everything's put back in its place. I don't actually need this bucket of oil. So, oh, I can't put it back. There you go. That goes in there, right? Yep, perfect. Alright, quests. Back to chapter 3. Ooh, hamburger. And then we got all that, so we just need biomass. That is the next thing. Alright, so we can throw that on there, I think. That gets processed, and then... what I want to do is I want to configure input. No, I don't. Where does this go? Oh, it goes... no. Oh, I see. Got it. And then we need pure biomatter, which is right there. Excellent. And then, oh look, it gives us organic compost as a reward. All right, so we need. Well, we also need an empty cell. What a world. Well. Can we steal a bucket of this fuel? No. But it looks like we got the credit. And then, whoops. We needed 3 of those. No big deal. There's 8. Whoops. Alright, we got we got some biofuel. Cool. Alright, so that's that whole thing that we need to do anyway to get credit for this. So we're waiting for the blast resistant concrete, and then we can make this, although we need maybe some more mechanical crafters to do that. But thanks to Bot9K for making the biofuel. The sound that I've been hearing, that I was like, is that a weird Enderman sound? It's my Chronomark watch from Bethesda. I have it set to integrate and give notifications from my phone, so I think I'll probably just turn that off. Kind of unnecessary, and the buzzing is kind of loud, so. So I imagine we don't have a ton more blast resistant cement or concrete or anything. Maybe there was some more coal dust waiting for us here. I forget if there was any left. There was. Alright, a little bit. So, I don't know that we'll go to Mars today. Not sure. I have kind of reached a decision though on the streaming schedule, because I think I said at one point on some stream that one of the things I wanted to do was to incorporate like these additional streams for Starfield are kind of an exceptional thing, and that in the future I was going to figure out a place where the streams would go. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change up the schedule so that instead of having 2 days of modded Minecraft, Wednesday will be Starfield. Monday will continue to be this pack until I don't know what that is. I mean, there is all the stuff in the quest. There are chapters. Like, there is an end to the stuff it wants us to do, but that isn't. It's still Minecraft. There's no end to what we could do, really, other than, you know, the server dies. But yeah. There we go. Alright, so we're still at 8, huh? Because I guess we were waiting on that. Steel dust. And steel dust is... Looks like we need a lot more iron. Let's grab several more stacks. There we go. This is probably too much, but it's fine. Alright. Oh yeah, and it's stuck. That's the other thing, is that we need to fuel this. Can we, like, really load this up? And it will continue to go for the amount of charcoal I just put into it? Or is that just wasted? Don't know. Alright, 9. So the goal here is 32. 32 blast resistant concrete is enough for the 2 pads. So anyway, so Monday, today, this time in the week, will continue to be modded Minecraft. Wednesdays are going to be Starfield, and Friday is going to continue to be Oxygen Not Included, and then the Sunday coding stream as normal on Sundays. And in fact, I just updated the schedule on Twitch to say just that. Nope, we don't have room for that. Okay, cool. Alright, so making this, I guess we can start getting ready with mechanical crafters. Oh yeah, we need brass casings. If only there was a way get a bunch of brass casings. $12. Alright, we'll get some more charcoal dust here. Let's see here. What can we do? What can we do? Oh yeah, we can go back. Let's head back down to our bulk haunting. We'll put in this charcoal dust, and 2, we can grab some of the produced materials and feed them back into the machinery at the brass factory to make brass casings. Right, we can turn off the the brass ingot production. And put in some more of the copper casings and just have that last part of the process make more there we go, make more brass casings for us, better than having to do it by hand. All right, so that's cooking, and then this away. Oh yeah, how's our kelp doing? What a sound. Alright. So, notice the number is smaller now. So we hit our 100%, and then we produce some bone meal. And, presumably we're now... Yeah, the redstone signal is off. So we are not exporting any dried kelp blocks anymore, and instead we're gathering kelp. And this number, or rather, this number. wait. Hold on. Yeah. 29537. Wait, 90. That's interesting. So the display is interesting. Like the numbers should be backwards, but they are like this is a 7, and this is the 3. Is that a bug, or is that an intentional funny haha thing by the devs? Who could say? The devs, as if you could trust them. I'll say that was on purpose from the beginning. Anyway, onwards. All right, we could have 1 brass casing, but we want more than that. We want at least 2. Actually, how many do we legitimately need? Mechanical crafters. So, the recipe for this is 5 by 5, and what we have right now. So we only need 4 more mechanical crafters, right? So we really just need 2 more brass casings. So here's what we can do. First, we can go over here and flip this lever. So we'll stop producing brass ingots, and then we'll throw the 2 copper casings on here. Now there's not any more brass in here, but oh. Okay, never mind. This is not gonna help us because there's not really a way to inject the brass into the system. So we're just gonna leave this on, and at some point we'll be able to deliver bulk resources here. But in the meantime, I guess we'll do this and this, and we'll just make 2 brass casings. Or rather, 1 more. We'll go back to the house and do it the way we've been doing it for a while now. And, yeah. Like, to force the factory to make 1 casing would be difficult. I mean, we flip that lever, right? So any more brass would have went to that, but we would also need to supply copper and extra copper and zinc, and probably has backups of the wood. Oh, for the casing. Anyway, it's fine. So how is this all doing? We are at 15. We're nearly halfway there. Got 24 steel dust here. Looks like we ran out of coal dust. I don't think this is going to be enough steel dust to finish get us to 32, but it's something. All right, we need 4 more mechanical crafters. Assuming this is still, this is still set up to make crushing wheels. So we just need to add the corners. And we had 2 left over. All right. So that's all that. And we can also start making the, okay, there's 16 for the quest, which gives us a blast protection book to go with our blast resistant concrete. Funny. Yeah, you'll want to build your landing sites out of this as well. And that is something that I was looking at doing. That's not in the cards right now. I don't think we're going to be going to Mars today, but we can set up, like, we can make all the stuff for it. And we'll keep that for next week. But we can definitely get all the stuff ready for it. And then we can see by next Monday if we want to, you know, make a fancy launch pad, or if we want to just pick somewhere that we don't care about so much and just let the exhaust from the rocket ruin everything. I don't know. How does that affect the I mean, when you come back from Mars, you don't land the rocket. Like, you come back in a capsule and you parachute down, assuming my recollections of a potentially different version of this pack are or the mod at Astra are accurate. Okay, so we're making an X pattern of sturdy sheets. That's what we're doing here. And then we're filling the rest in with blast resistant concrete. And there he goes. Whee! Here we go. And ta-da! And it's really funny, this item. It's pretty big, right? And then you pick it up. Now you see me? Now you don't. Alright. I'll just put that in my pocket for now. Alright. Got some more charcoal dust there. How are we doing here? Oh yeah, we need to fuel this more. And we are out of coal dust. Well, off we go. We're almost there. And then we gotta make the rocket. So we'll definitely do that today. I guess if we really wanted to, what would be fun to maybe... So I'm imagining from the description that maybe Like when you launch the rocket, if you're not using blast resistant concrete, it can break blocks. It'd be weird to do, but I guess you could dig all the way to bedrock, and then you could put the... Well, it's not even, though. Yeah, never mind. And you can't go to the nether in this either. Put it on the nether ceiling. On the roof, I guess would be the appropriate term. Anyway. Things we can't do. I guess if we wanted to like scale up the launch pad, instead of having like a bigger like area for the one rocket, we could have multiple places for the rocket pads, and that could be a way to go bigger. And we could do like building stuff too. I do have a building. I don't know. I don't have a building that screams like launch complex, like monitoring, like a command center kind of thing, or a like a vehicle assembly bay or anything like that. So I don't know. All right, so coal dust. Yes, that's what we're doing. Coal dust over here. This waiting on steel dust, and we got 7, so we're almost there. Let's take the 2. There might be one already in the basin. Looks like yes. All right, how are we doing? We got lots of black concrete powder left, lots of lime dust left. More steel dust. 3 more. All right. Okay, I guess seems like a good point to... Let's take a look at what we need. So we have some Desh ingots. We got some... do we have any Desh in here? We got cobalt in there. Do we have... a compressor? What do we got for Desh? 11 plates, 35 ingots, some nuggets. There's some nuggets in here too. Let's just like consolidate. There we go. All right, so to make the rocket, need an integrated circuit. 0. Let's see here. We got some blocks here. Let's get that in there. I think. Oh yeah, we got a stack of wire in there. It's like, yeah, there's one wire, but there's a stack of wire in the deployers, so we should be able to make an integrated circuit. There's also still silver in there. Oops. So let's go ahead and plan on making another integrated circuit. Have it go round and round and round. Hey, there's a lever. Put that lever there for to confuse future me. Alright, so we got the integrated circuit. What else do we need? We need 6 Desh blocks. Well, there's 4. Alright. What else we need? Dash tanks. Okay, buckets. Let's make some buckets. Don't have room for buckets. Okay, we need 2 of these tanks. 2 tanks. Oops, I hit E when I meant to hit R. Alright. We need rocket fins. So we need 2... half a stack of sturdy sheets. And the compressor. Alright, cool. That's going. We need a dash engine. Which means we need some more dash plates. Which means we need to put this in the compressor too. We did not have enough dash plates. Ooh, there's also this compressor. Okay, well, anyway. Red. Okay, so we need silver. Let's make some plates with our press that's not here anymore. We're out of coal dust anyway. But we got a lot of steel dust. Maybe this will be enough. 10. I don't have any more presses. There's a press here. Let's use that. Okay, that should be more than enough. Now, how do we get out of here? We don't. There you go. Alright, what were we making? Red cell batteries. 2 of these. Perfect. And we're working on those fins. There they are. Make some more plates. What else we need? Engine frame, check. Engine fan, check. Got that. We can make that as soon as we have 2 more plates. Be a minute. We just need dash blocks, which means we need more dash. How do we get dash? Well, we wash moon sand. Now we have moonstone, but we don't have moon sand. Also, we have all the gravel and sand from there. Let's see. Do I have... Take this charcoal. We have a place for charcoal. Also, we have these empty storage units over here that I could be using for other things. There we go. Alright. Right, so we have moonstone. Moonstone is crushed into moon sand, and moon sand is washed to make dash nuggets, a 12% chance. Oh, also, the request for that. Let's move some of this cobblestone out of the way. We got more important things to do than process cobblestone. Here we go. Moonstone goes in. The gravel is from the previous run. There we go. Gravel in there. Alright, do we have enough blast resistant concrete? Yes, we do. Alright, so sturdy sheets. Sturdy sheets cross ways, making a big X. And then blast resistant concrete, filling in the rest of the spots, makes a landing pad. Put the extra one back. Put the extra sturdy sheets back in their box. That's done. And then we can make a dash engine. Alright, so now we're getting there. So, can we... it would be cool if we could just like click the button to auto-load all that. Alright. There we go. And see, where do the batteries go? Yeah, right there. Alright, and there, and there, and there. An engine. And then 2 tanks. And we just need a little bit more dash. And we're sure we, okay. Alright. Our storage is so full. Okay. Here we go. It's the last little bit of gravel holding up things. And now we should be getting moon sand. There we go. We are all right. So we put all that stuff in, it would have dropped out the landing pad. Sad if that would have despawned. I mean, we don't need to come back from Mars. That's not important at all. Okay, so that's done. There it is. So now we just got to make the rocket. That's all. Just make the rocket. It's not like it's rocket science or something. I mean, if we're gonna go, maybe we should also prepare to create the space station on the way. In fact, that could be a fun thing. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe the space station and Mars will be next stream next week, because we'll want to also we need to figure out we need to bring stuff to be able to make a base and generate oxygen, probably on the space station and on Mars. All that stuff needs to be figured out. So, but we can get all the stuff. We can get as much stuff as we can get ready today for that. So we got some moon sands. So we're gonna wash some moon sands. I don't have a big bulk washing thing here, so we gotta go back down to spawn. For that. got some air there. I'm just thinking, you know, on the one hand, I think I've said this before, the next time I'm doing a pack like this, I might focus on more of like a skyscraper or like a single chunk type build. Like everything is maybe not be. It's important that it's super compact, just that it all fits in like to minimize. Actually, maybe not even one chunk, because one, that's kind of bad for the game, and two is it's a lot of vertical movement. Unless you have like elevators, something where you can instantly, not like create elevators, but like the elevator mod blocks, where you can just like instantly teleport vertically. Vertical distance travel takes time too, right? So more of a spherical that optimizes for like, you know, so on the one hand, you know, all the back and forth and not having things just like having to go different places to get stuff is fun in a way. It's like, you know, you have a journey, you know, you have to weigh the pros and cons of like how things are laid out, and then you can use trains, and you know, problems encourage solutions, which can be creative. So creativity. But on the other hand, kind of annoying sometimes. Whereas making compact machinery can also be challenging and can thus also spawn prompt creativity. So we need at least 18 dash ingots to make the rocket, because we need 2 more blocks. Yep. So that's what we're waiting for. Hopefully we will get that out of 441 moon sand. So on the one hand, so what I don't want to say is that if I were to do this all over again, like if I were to have a time machine and go back, I don't know that I would do it differently. I might, in fact, choose to have things further spread out to force more decisions and problems with movement. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. Alright. This is not our first time holding a dash block, but okay. Whatever, game. So, how are you doing today? Happy Labor Day. I don't know, I think I may have said that at the beginning of the stream, maybe not, but for those that are in the US, it is Labor Day. A lot of people have the day off. Some may not. I've really enjoyed my 4-day weekend. Spent one of my vacation days, take Friday off too, so that could take advantage of the Labor Day weekend and you know, start with Thursday evening with the launch of Starfall. The early access is the wrong term, but the, you know, advanced access is, I think, the phrase that has been used elsewhere to, you know, get in on that. I said Starfield, right? I haven't fallen back on saying Starfall. That's something else. Alright. Also accumulating cheese. What's cheese for? You can make cheese blocks. You can make blaze cake bases, which you use to make fuel, according to this, except not really. Yeah. So this is supposed to be an indicator that this process of like filling the blaze cake base, which in like base vanilla create you use lava. It's lava plus blaze cake base, and blaze cake base doesn't involve cheese. I don't know why this is like this, because there's no point in making a blaze cake base. Right? This doesn't do anything. You can make a blaze cake, but it's pointless because you need to use fuel to superheat blazes. So why not just take the recipe out? I don't know. Is there another use? Also, are we out of... Yeah, we're out. That was all of it. Okay, we need to make more moon sand. To have enough dash. Well, I think the decision to defer trying to get to Mars this stream, as in to not to try to get to Mars this stream, but just to prep for it, looked to be the right one anyway, because there's no way we're gonna have time to properly prepare this stream. Oh hey, we have some dish nuggets here. Let me just steal from the machinery. 8, 9, and a few extra. All right. Let's go. So, we do this. Bam. I'm ready for Mars. Are you ready for Mars? Alright. So. No, I'm not ready for Mars. I don't know what the game is thinking. I'm definitely not ready for Mars. I believe, though, that, so I'm going to try to recover the rocket. Like, can we, left shift dismounts. Okay, good. Can we pickaxe the rocket? Yes, okay. And what about the launch pad? Yes, okay, great. It's all recoverable. So we're gonna just set this here. Alright, so if we sneak click, okay. This is where we can see where the fuel goes in. And then, I don't know what this is. Maybe I should learn more. Hold on. Is there more? So, first of all, there's a rocket. We did it. It's a rocket. We could go to Mars. We even had fuel. And this is not... There's another mod with rockets where you can, like, assemble them. And then, like, scans them and makes it into a thing. This is not that one. So this is, like, I think ready to go. Basically, if you put in the fuel... yep, like that. There you go. This could go. This could go to space. You can see we don't have enough fuel to go to space in there right now, but if we put more fuel in it, it would. Can we unfuel this? Yes. Nice. So like if we were to put 3 in and get in there, nope. I guess the graphic doesn't change, but I believe it is possible to launch this thing. Anyway, it's nice that we can take the fuel back out. So yeah, tier 2 rocket. We can go to Mars. All right. So what does the quest book say? Exclamation point. I'm gonna take that. That's nice. Some free rewards. Well earned. Some credit to Dadbot9K for getting the biofuel stuff set up that we grabbed some of. And then we want to do this. We're gonna pin this, and we gotta visit Mars. We gotta get to Mars. And like this has only we're going to Mars as a prerequisite. So we will be able to unlock the next chapter, chapter 4, once we launch that rocket. There are other things here that we want to do, or have done that we haven't gotten credit for. So we'll do that. Like, I foresee a need for a lot more Desh in the future. Like, what is Desh used for, right? So oxygen distributor, Tesla coil, those sorts of things, sure. We can melt it. Press it. Put it in a stew. There's some mixed metal ingots. Is that actually a thing that's used for anything? Nope. Alright, also time to sleep. Alright. But I feel like there's some things there, right, that we would want to... hold on, I gotta know. So, hold on. So... Desh ingots can be melted, right, into Desh. Does the liquid have a use? Okay, for manulin, sure. But manulin isn't used for anything in the... I mean, some of this will be revealed. I've not looked in depth. Still, I've not looked in depth at all the stuff that's in Chapter 4. There's Chapter 4 and Chapter 5, I think. I have seen as far as knowing that, like, Chapter 4 is what is unlocked by going to Mars. And that gets us the stuff to then be able to go to Mercury. And going to Mercury unlocks Chapter 5. And that's, like, the end of the pack. So I know that, I just don't know in detail yet. What's involved going past that. Also, hold on. This is a little cog thing. Like this one is, that's unlocking something. Why? Yeah, I mean, boilers are great. Although, I was messing around with just using passive boilers. Just like, because you can't make a bigger boiler like this that's passive. It doesn't give you any more power. But you can connect several, like, 1x4 tanks that are passive boilers, and just have like a series of them with air gaps with shafts connecting them, and that does add up. Like, that power adds up. So, and you don't have to fuel it, right? You just, you know, it passively generates power. It just requires like a campfire. It doesn't even need a blaze burner. It doesn't need fuel. Completely passive. It is a little bit bigger, but it's not as big. Like, you can, I think you can consider it more expensive than like the windmills though, but it's more compact. But it's not as compact as like it's maybe not as compact as like a powered like high level boiler would be for the amount of power that it generates. Like, this could be bigger. Like, we can make this bigger, like taller, and have more blaze burners and use superheated fuel. I think would be the thing to get to like level 9. Which would be challenging to do with just passive. It would not be as compact, even with like supplying the fuel for it. How did we get on that topic? Can I put some of this stuff in here? We're pretty full on, okay, cool. Alright, so I'll keep that stuff on me, I guess. I'm going to bookmark this item. Another thing we can look at doing, or maybe something I'll do between streams, is get more shimmer for infinite shimmer. That can be a thing, you know, between streams while I'm watching streams. When I'm not streaming, to work on. Because it's just kind of boring, you know, you dig down, you set up the pump, you pump it into the thing, pick everything up after like half an hour, and you go to the next one. Anyway, okay, so that's the thing. We made the rocket. We might do solar panels. Maybe we should do solar panels to bring with us to Mars to supply power. Figure out how to set up like oxygen generation and that sort of stuff. Yeah, speaking of which, oxygen distributor. Ooh, a sensor. Neat. How do you make oxygen? You can fill it. You can load it. I already did that joke. Okay, never mind. Anyway, right. Okay. I mean, I think I'll take this reward because we have a place for this. There it goes. Passively generating rich soil. Well, not exactly. I mean, it's an automated means of generating rich soil out there on the other side of the wall. We never fully built this out, but it works. It could be bigger, but I mean, we still have a lot of rich soil because we got this box, and then I think I had more. I don't know where it went. Also, ooh, this could be a fun thing. Let's do this. Let's see the bone meal production in action. Right, so we have our new kelp farm that's also producing bone meal, and one second. All right, cool. Let's check something. It's producing kelp blocks and producing bone meal, but it's just producing bone meal from the overflow. But now we have all this extra kelp blocks that I had accumulated that we can have it dump in and quickly, let's see how quickly you can produce bone meal from this like 8,000 kelp blocks. Yeah, that is a thing. I generally stop the car right here because it's kind of a pain to drive through the jungle, even cut back as it is. Alright, so you're gonna put this on a belt like so. Configure out, down, auto output. There it goes. We'll get a stack at a time going in. And maybe visually it's not that impressive, but it definitely composts a lot faster than the setup I had before, where I had a crude storage unit on top of the composter. It definitely seemed it was like it was putting in one and then waiting and putting in another. The chutes seem a lot faster. I mean, it is obviously still, you can see it's putting in one at a time, but it seems like the chutes are more efficient at injecting items into the composter. So when we return from Mars, that'll be the time to kind of attend to some of our, more of our infrastructure, getting things set up again. That might be a few weeks away. But, okay. Actually, I thought this was going to be a little faster. It could be if we added some more composters and maybe like a tunnel. We could like put a tunnel like 3 wide at this point, and then have 2 more belts, and then have 2 more rows of composters with chutes. Like switching to smart chutes isn't going to buy anything here because you're limited by the throughput of the composter, like so. But yeah, this could be faster, which might be good. It seems pretty, plenty fast though. get some pretty weird effects from the like the shaders and like the glossiness of the top of the water competing with the. I mean, you get that sort of stuff in real life too. A little different though, but yeah. So definitely want to do like a Mars base. The thing that we kind of skipped out on with going to the moon, where we just, with the moon, we went there, we grabbed some stuff, and we fled. Just kind of protected the portal a little bit. I'd be interested in ideas, though, for what we could do with the Mars base. And, you know, some ideas or some inspiration. I still like the idea of having like a little launch center or a space center. And I was thinking on the hill, since the hill is where the portal initially was to go to the moon. But it doesn't have to be. It could be somewhere else. Maybe somewhere with more room or flatter terrain. There's a lot of world, right? At one point I was talking about doing like a food farm out here, but it seems like that's kind of taken care of, and there's a nice big flat space out here, so maybe this could be our space center. It's very flat, right? Like if you look at the topography, you don't even see there's not a lot of elevation change there. Obviously you can see it's, I think maybe like just one block difference here. So that could be easily like leveled, and we could have like launch pads, like landing zones, buildings, etc. Oh, and that's empty. So that, like 8,000 kelp blocks. It feels like it's like 10, no, not 10 to 1, maybe like 8 to 1. So there might be like 1,000 bone meal produced from that basic storage unit. Don't quote me on that number, but that seems to be my recollection. So it's not a great conversion rate. We are producing a lot of kelp blocks here. And I imagine eventually this would fill up. I don't know. I don't have the numbers. I guess I've been remiss in not getting the numbers on like what is the continual draw of bone meal for the clay factory versus what this would produce. And honestly, probably what I should have done a long time ago, thank you Windmill for pushing me, is just give up on the whole fancy clay production and just go back to cobble to gravel to sand and wash it into clay. It seems a lot easier, a lot less hassle, a lot less stuff to produce to make it happen. But what's the fun in that? I think I was saying earlier, maybe like 15-20 minutes ago, that challenges prompt creativity and or frustration. Just gotta find a balance, right? Alright, and with that bit of philosophy, wisdom, whatever it is, nonsense, I think that's gonna be it for today. So next week, Mars? Alright. Thanks so much for hanging out, watching, listening, all of those things. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.